Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. And I want to do that through consistency and discipline. I'd like to thank everybody who's watched any of my videos, commented, or even subscribed. I know I don't typically talk about subscribing or liking or commenting just because I am on the struggle bus right now with this. And this is really a lot, or more so to deal with me just holding myself accountable. But I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the views. And it's good to know that I'm not on this journey by myself. So there you go. Today we're here. It is actually Friday, September the 1st, but this will probably upload on Saturday. I'm here to cover my weekly tracker as far as my variable expenses are concerned. And then also I want to talk through my sinking funds update, or it's basically a closeout at the end of the year. So I want to go through both of those pieces, as well as talk through just some changes that I'll be making to my variable expenses overall, or how I'm going to track those and what my goals are for that. So let's go ahead and get started. First, here's my pocket planner where I track my no spend days, and I try to get 10 no spend days a month, and I just made it on yesterday. So I was able to get 10 no spend days for the month of August, and then this will start over again for September. So I did want to show that really quick because I'm always proud when I get my 10 days. Next, I want to talk through the weekly variable expenses for last Saturday until today, and something that I did to just kind of account for the fact that I am getting ready to go out of town. Usually I would have recorded this and upload it tomorrow on Saturday, but I'll be out of town celebrating with my nephew, so I wanted to go ahead and do it now. So I did do some things a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get started. And remember, I do track on my cards, and all of those are in here listed and shown. Just FYI, I use expense cards because I am a cashless budgeter normally, but I do want to show that I did take out $40, and the reason for that is because I am going out of town. We're leaving today. I know we're going to eat out, and I'm not going to cook. So I wanted to go ahead and account for that in my tracker, because I want to track everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a blanket $40, taking that out for cash, and you will see that on here. But that was just because I know that we're going to eat out today. So let me go ahead and account for that, and then I'm starting fresh on tomorrow as far as the new week and a new set of goals. So I am using a new tracker. You guys might have remembered, if you've been to my previous pages, if you've been to my page before and looked at any of my previous videos, I was tracking using this weekly check-in. We have all of the categories: what is budgeted, what is spent, what is left over, and then anything for notes. And usually I use notes for what the amount would be that I would add to each of those funds. But I did find this form when I was researching velocity banking, and I think the YouTuber's name is Ask Me How to Budget. She had this money tracker form, and it works for a week's worth of variable expenses, tracking your expenses, and then it also has a spot for documenting your bills. And I thought that this was pretty cool, so I moved to using this for this week. I like it. I am going to use it for the month of September to see if it will continue to work for what I need it to. But just so that you know, here are the 3 categories. So you write in the month and the week for this particular tracker, and I'm going to do one for every week. You document out the bills that you were expecting to have to cover this week. For me, they're all on auto draft, so I'm just checking off to make sure that they get cleared. This part was really helpful for me because I know we all do that, right? You set up for an auto draft, but you definitely want to go back and check and make sure that they actually cleared. And this is reminding me all of the things that were on that calendar view that I know should be clearing this week. So I've gotten most of them cleared, still waiting on the electric to clear. That probably will clear on tomorrow. And then I was able to document my variable expenses and my budget amounts for that and how we're tracking to that. Now, 7 of these categories are already had, right? So groceries, gas, dining, entertainment, home, and personal, and miscellaneous, which is a gray. It's hard to see that that's what it's going to be outlined on. Those all were categories that I had before, but I have a new category called shopping. So I don't know if anybody saw my short that I made, but I did document out for 3 months all of the ways that I've spent money. And out of that, I realized that I don't have any documentation or any way to track the money that I spend for my business. So I'm now creating a sinking fund for that. That sinking fund will have money added to it when I make a sale, and will take money away from it when I need to purchase any supplies. Pets, I spent a lot more money than I thought I did for when it comes to pets. And so with that, I am adding additional monies to the sinking fund, so beefing up how much I spend for the sinking fund on that. Apple Music for my daughter, I didn't even have that in my bills, so I'm adding that to my bills and trying to figure out the set date for that. Right now, I've just been sending it to her on Cash App, and they take it out of there, but it is a bill, and I need to make sure I account for that. And then shopping. So I didn't have anywhere where I would buy some clothes or some shoes or nothing. And I didn't have a category for that. And so I did go ahead and say, you know what, I think that one for sure I need to create a variable envelope for, or an expense card for. So I do have a new expense card in here for shopping. And then we're going to add it here as well, and to track for variables. Now, you don't have anything in it right now because I didn't track for this week, since I didn't start this week thinking about shopping. I'm not going to end the week thinking about shopping, but starting on tomorrow, when I start a new week, then we will have the shopping category. And I think that one is going to be $40 a month as the goal for that one. And then here you've got the actual expenses that I had, and I'm pulling them from the expense card. That's why you see them all together. So for example, you see all of Kroger together, or all of the grocery ones together, because I'm just pulling these cards out, documenting the information straight down, putting the card back if I'm going to use it for a second week, and throwing it away if I'm starting fresh. So with that, I've also got the categories listed here. I've got them outlined in the color that associates up here, so that we can see how well we did against our budget itself. So first purchase was Walmart that I have here. Walmart for home, it was $50, which is great because that's exactly what I had to spend. So I'm going to document up here that my actual spend was $50. Well, my pen doesn't want to work. Okay, let's see. Let's try that. Yeah, there you go. All right, so $50. Kroger, I had 3 expenses, and they were $82, $19, and $5. That equals $106. So $106, and I was over by $6 for that category. And I was not over here for home. Next, McDonald's, Chipotle, and Subway, 3 expenses for dining out. And so that is 16, 10, 27, 53 for dining. So $7, left with $7 over budget. So let's put a plus there, plus 7. I'm sorry, under budget. $7 under budget for dining. I had $7 left, $6 over budget for groceries. I went over by 6. All right, gas twice, and that was 15 and 27. That equals 42. And for gas, I had $60. So for gas, I did fill up yesterday to account for the travel that I have to do. So minus 16 equals 18. So I am plus $18 on that one. And then last is ATM withdrawal. So I took $40 out. Like I said, that is to spend for travel. I Didn't know if it was going to necessarily be just dining or if there's something else that I might need it for. So I did not take it out of dining. I took it out of miscellaneous and personal because I did not have any miscellaneous purchases or personal purchases for this week. So that's where I took that money out of. So that's why you see two colors. That's why you see two amounts. And so 30 out of miscellaneous and 10 out of personal. So I'm going to list 30 here out of miscellaneous, and that gets me to 0. And then 10 out of personal, and that leaves me with 10 left for that one. Remember, we're not starting shopping yet, and I didn't spend anything in entertainment, so I had 15, a plus 15 there. So as it relates to my budget amounts were 100 plus 60 plus 60 plus 15 plus 50 plus 20 plus 30 was 335. I spent 106, 42, 53, 50, 10, 30, 291. I have, let's start from the bottom and go up because it's easier since that's a negative up there. So a plus 10, plus 15, plus 7, plus 18, minus 6 equals 44. And the math is mathing if 335 minus 291 equals 44. There you go. All right, so then that was right. So I did pretty good. Definitely came in under budget. Probably would have had more as far as being under budget if I didn't take out this $40 for withdrawal, but I did want to reconcile this first. I'm not taking any of this with me. Auntie is going to have fun with Auntie Baby. So I'm not going to worry about the budget necessarily or documenting anything for here. So we've gotten this taken care of. So I will continue to use this throughout the month of September, and we'll see how it goes. And what I'm hoping to do is, as I am filling these out, they'll be all together on this particular worksheet. And then I'm going to take the advice of the budget mom and some YouTube videos that I've been watching from her and try and reconcile at the end of the month that I have all of my expenses now tracked, and I'm tracking everything that I should. I realized that in August that I did not, and I want to do differently in September. So I'm hoping that this version will help with that. And then, oh, drop my pen. Next, we're going to go to sinking fund update. I've already figured everything out for August, but I'm just going to show you guys so that you're aware. So for Chase, my Chase account for savings, I saved 66 but spent 80. I got a ticket to go to see a play here in Georgia. And so that leaves me an ending balance of $40. For emergency, I started with $13.14. I saved $109, but I spent $9.54. That's where I had to replace my catalytic converter in my Kia right before I actually traded it in for a Mazda. It got rid of that check engine light. Now, anything else that's wrong with the car, they'll figure it out on their own. But I did want to make sure that check engine light was gone. So I had to use some funds for that. So $954 out, and that leaves me with $469. For my Newton Federal account, that's my bill buffer. Started at 266, added 50, and didn't spend anything, so I'm at 316. As far as my sinking funds are concerned, New Whip, I took everything out of that to help with it, pay for the catalytic converter on the Kia, and I'm not going to start that one back up again, so you didn't see me enter any or add any money to it. Birthdays. Started at 165, added 45, spent 80. I had a few birthdays in this month, as well as I wanted to send my godson some money with him starting back at school. So I did that as well, because this is birthday / gifts, to be honest. So that leaves me with 130 in there now. For Corinne, started with 210, added 225, subtracted 225 for her chorus dues, Descon dues, and theater dues. And then that leaves us back with 210 again. I need to beef this up. I still have another $450 that I have to provide this month. Car maintenance was at 310, added 75. I removed 310 for that, and I'm back to 75 again. That 310 as well helped to cover the cost of the catalytic converter. So it was 310 plus 140 plus the 954. It was around $1,400. Date night, started with 20, added 127, used 85 on lunch that we had together on Monday, and I'm at 62. Household, I was at 25, added 64, now I'm at 89. Deductibles, I was at 220, added 110, I'm now at 330. We have we have dentist appointment and eye appointments coming up, so I do need to save a little bit more on that one. Taxes start at 110, added 30, didn't take anything out, so I'm at 149. My son Micah has 1103. He didn't send me any money, didn't ask for any money, so he's still at his 1103. Property insurance was $475. I added 75. I used $465. That paid my property insurance for 3 months, so I won't have to pay that again until November. And I have 85 left in that. And then Glamopoly, I had 15, and I didn't add anything, but I took that 15 and I actually put it up into date night to help beef that up since I was going out with my boo. So I'm at 0 on that one, and this one will start to get tracked now through savings. And then my Roth IRA, it was at $100.97. Man, my interest gave me 66 cents, and I'm happy about that. And so my total now is 101.63. So that's my sinking funds. And like I said, we are starting a new week, so we will be starting new amounts as far as my variable expenses are concerned, or at least some of them. And like I said, I did have a short that I created on this one. So my groceries, I'm keeping that at 100. That's where I had it before. I'd already upped my gas to $60, and that's good. I'm gonna leave it there. Entertainment, 15 seems to be okay, so I'm leaving it as is. Home, I'm gonna leave it at $50. I thought I might be able to bump that down a little bit, but considering the fact that Xerxes is still needs to be boarded several weekends in the coming months, I'm gonna leave that as it is for right now, and then divert any money that I was going to try and save into the sinking fund if I have anything left over from that. That's gonna help add more money to his sinking fund if I have anything left. Personal, 15. I decreased it by 5 because I wasn't finding where I was spending as much. Miscellaneous, I actually increased that by 20. I tend to cover Corinne's, anything extra that Corinne needs out of this amount. I also tend to cover my Starbucks if I want to go to Starbucks out of this amount as well. So I did bump that one up. And then I have a new category now for shopping, which is going to be $40 every week. So we'll start to see those. All right. I think that's it. Again, thanks everybody for your time. Have a great Labor Day holiday. Talk to you later.